And welcome back to Kyoudai Ai, the mostly weekly podcast where two brothers geek out about everything Super Sentai and Kamen Rider. Or at least the seasons we've watched so far. I am your host, superjollymac. Joining me as always, my co-host and brother, DonTheVan. So let's dive into all of the Toku and anime chaos we love. Grab your driver, your changer, your corrupted animal jewels.
Liberated.
Cue the theme song and let's get into it. How you been?
I have been pretty good. I have managed to watch everything one time this week. So
what do you have over there?
Uh
Oh, no product. Okay. We can keep it moving.
It makes sense, right?
Yeah. I'm so jealous.
What? Do you guys not have these up there?
I don't know what kind of shake that is, but I've been trying to stick with the diet again.
Oh, I see. That's why. Okay.
Yeah. So,
Well,
none for me.
So this isn't a shake. This is a plant-based tofu creamery.
Okay. Well, you might have to let me know on that one. How is it?
Cookies and cream flavored.
Is it good? Plant-based? Are you serious? No, you're kidding. Okay.
I was trying to be, trying to save face.
I was like, man, if it's healthy, maybe I can make the spot, Like if the calorie count is down, maybe I can like finagle a couple of things.
Oh no, the calorie count is all the way up. This is not it. This ain't what you want.
But actually, I've been going hardcore, so I could probably fit it into my diet if I thought about it. But I've been trying to go extra hard this week. Especially since Fridays are usually my cheat nights, because that's my D&D night. But we'll see. I'll look at it this weekend and then we'll go from there. I think it's mostly I've been lax the last couple months, so
yeah,
I want to try to nip it in the bud before I get too far.
Yeah, that's a good thing. It's easier to maintain than it is to like start from scratch or to build up. So.
Yeah. So,
stay strong.
I'm gonna try. So let's keep it.
Been doing
Not too bad. Keep it on. Just trying to get everything done. I did get caught up, I think, on the breakouts. So Gachiakuta and DandaDan should be caught up. I think the latest episode released Wednesday. This episode should be releasing on Monday. So the plan is to have breakouts Tuesday and Thursday, I think. So this will air Monday, and then one of them will air Tuesday, and one of them will, or maybe it'll be Tuesday and Wednesday. I don't know. And then I'll figure it out.
Okay.
Or maybe have them hit the same day. I'll figure it out. I don't know. But
yeah, all of the above.
And then I have a couple projects I kind of want to work on the side. Maybe some new stuff. We'll see.
Well, we love extra side projects.
Yeah. Like we don't have enough already.
Exactly. Dude, I've honestly trimmed some of my side projects down. I've been doing a lot.
Yeah, I need to. I have a sword that I wanted to work on. It's a cosplay prop. It's a sword from a character from One Piece, but
nice.
We'll see how far I can get on it.
If you need any ideas or help on building it, I can ask my friends. They do a lot of cosplay and they're pretty good. Like their stuff is like really good.
Yeah.
Like Otacon in DC.
Yeah.
Like their stuff is like so like I guess they got featured in one of the like the parties and stuff. Like they always use their image since their cosplay was so good.
That's pretty cool.
So now they get invited every year. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd go that far. Probably just for Halloween, but Oh yeah, Halloween. Got to figure out some spooky stuff. Probably next episode, the set will be decorated a little bit. Spooky.
Yeah. The anime for a spooky season is Death Note or
Uh,
Tokyo Ghoul.
we'll see. We'll have to figure that out. But let's get started with games. I think is what we start with, or music, right? No, we can start with games.
Start with games. What are you playing? Oh well, it switches.
Yeah, so games. I can start us out. Haha. And I beat Luto, the game I was playing before, the kind of spooky-ish game. I guess it's I don't know if it's supposed to be horror. It's kind of horror-esque, but I beat that finally. It was fun. Still playing Final Fantasy 14 when I can. I'm going to the cosmic area and starting on that, but I am severely under, my gear is pretty bad. So we'll see how far I can get on that. Other than that,
you having underleveled gear just doesn't sound right. I'm sorry.
Well, for my crafters.
Still doesn't sound right. Most of your stuff is maxed out.
Yeah, maxed out. Well, I don't have like maxed out. Usually I just have the best stuff I can get without like grinding hard. But my gatherers and my disciples of the land or hand don't have the best gear. So I'm working on that a little bit. We'll see. It's so expensive. I don't have that kind of money.
Are you talking about like the Gil?
Yeah, Gil.
Hey, maybe I'll go ahead and get my subscription back and I'll play with you again.
Yeah, we'll see. But next, I think I'm thinking about doing Alan Wake because Alan Wake 2 will hit PlayStation Plus, I think, next month. So, and I kind of want to play that. I've started Alan Wake, but I never completed it.
I just watched somebody do like a Let's Play of it. I think I'm just gonna stick with the Let's Play. I like watching that. It was nice though.
For one.
For the first one.
Maybe I should do that. The second
one has better gameplay than.
Yeah, I think that's what got me off of the first one. I got stuck in a spot, and I don't think I can get past it. So I don't know.
Yeah, like I was watching the Let's Play, and I was like, I don't know if I would actually enjoy playing it because I thought about playing it too, and I was like, after watching just them play like the first little part, I was like, I don't know if the combat would be for me, or like at this point in time, if that type of gameplay would be for me.
Yeah, I'll have to double check. Maybe if I can put it on easy or something, I might be able to go ahead and just get through it for the story, and then I can get into 2. We'll see. So, what about you? Playing anything new yet?
Absolutely not. I'm playing Resident Evil 2 still and Rivals, but I haven't had too much time to play anything. I'm actually behind on Resident Evil 2.
Did you listen to or watch the State of Play?
Yeah, I watched it before we got on just now. It was kind of in passing. Nothing really stood out to me too much, but did you watch it?
Yeah, I also just finished I finished it and then rebooted for this. But the same thing, nothing really there was a couple of games that were like interesting. I think what is it? Code Vein 2 looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
Especially if it's co-op. If it's co-op, then that could be fun. It kind of looks like a Monster Hunter / Devil May Cry-ish kind of vibe. Final Fantasy Tactics looks great.
That one looks cool. Yeah.
But I don't have the time for that.
Very time consuming.
Very. Chronoscript looks cool. Kind of want to learn a little bit about that one. You know which one that was?
Wasn't that like the second one that they showed?
No, it was like the 2D, or no, I don't think it was the second one. It was like a 2D kind of side scroller, I guess, with this guy that gets stuck in a manuscript and he's got to find his way out. It looked pretty cool.
Okay. That one didn't catch my attention. I might go back and check it out again and see.
Yeah.
I know Solaris caught my attention.
Yeah, that looked cool. I don't know. I never got too far in what was the first game?
Returnal.
Yeah, Returnal. I didn't get too far in Returnal, but it looked cool too. It was fun playing it while I did.
Yeah. I think I might play that one.
Yeah.
I might go back and play that one before the new one.
And then Wolverine. That was that looked good. interested in that one.
Surprisingly enough, yeah. I know I know beforehand the what was it? Like the drafts or like whatever preview pictures that they had looked really, really bad.
Oh, really?
And so to see this trailer, looks way better than whatever they showed before. Way better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So we'll see.
Insomniac usually hits. I like them, so
Yeah. Well, we'll see if they can deliver with this one.
yeah.
So, but it does look good.
Well, let's keep it moving to listening. You been listening to anything?
I've been listening to like a lot of stuff actually because I'm getting ready for like a DJ set that I have.
I heard. Let's insert the clip of him pre-show.
I'm weak. No. That song's not in there. Well, it might. I don't know. I might put that one in there, but no. As of recording this, it's going to be 2 days from now where I do my set, and it's like a R&B type of thing. But I've been listening to like Cash Cobain and Wolfface Joey, to just name like two. They're like artists from New York, but yeah, I've been listening to too much to try to name right here.
Yeah, I've heard of Cash, but
yeah.
I don't know if I've really listened to any of his songs. I may have, just haven't remembered the title of them. I haven't been listening to anything really new either. I think there's a Hope Talia song while I was grocery shopping earlier. I had my buds in, and I think one of those songs came on. I like her a lot. Or I like
her too.
Oh, really? You know who she is? Hope Talia? Yeah. So Survival came on.
I think I knew her when she was like making her first couple of singles. And like,
okay.
I forget where I heard. I think that's on YouTube or something. Like when she was first coming out, I heard about her. Yeah. She's nice.
A couple of years ago, I got hooked into, what is it, Love God? Bad Love God? That was like a really good one. And then Survival came on today, and I was like, oh yeah. I can't remember if I've heard it before or not, but I like that one too.
I don't think I heard that one, but yeah.
Maybe it's new. I don't remember if that's one of, like, there's a handful of songs from her I really like. I can't remember if I've listened to her entire album. I think she has an album out.
That's news to me. I don't remember her early stuff. So yeah.
Okay. But I like that. Camilo came on. I like her as well. She's one of those artists I like. Godspeed. Godspeed is one of those tracks I really like. There's a couple of them off of, I don't know if that was her last album. I think it was the 2 albums ago. But a couple of those tracks I really like.
Yeah. I haven't heard any of her new stuff. I liked her from Fifth Harmony.
Yeah, I like her solo stuff, or at least the album two albums ago, I think. Let me see if I can find it.
I mean, she's been doing really well with her solo stuff. I just haven't been like locked into it like the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like when I heard of Fifth Harmony, I was like in the One Direction vein and the 5 Seconds of Summer type of vein. So I was into the ensemble and group settings, or the groups.
Yeah. Hanani Nate from Shakai, I think. It's the opening to season 1 of the Apothecary Diaries. It's got a vibe to it. I think it might be the second opening, or maybe it's the first. I forget. But both of those openings for that season were pretty good. I like them a lot. Familia. I think it's off of Familia. Camilo.
I lost my pencil. Oh well.
Or maybe not.
Just send it to me later. I lost my pencil.
Yeah, I'll send it. I don't think it's on that album, but I like a couple of those. Undead by Yasobi. It's the opening to one of the Monogatari animes, I think. The newest one. I got to catch up on that series. They're definitely weird, but I got to catch up on those. And then Forbidden Knowledge by Rory. I like him as well.
He's popped up a couple times in your list.
Yeah. But Forbidden Knowledge popped up, and as always, I love that. That's pretty much it. for me.
Okay. All right. Have you been watching anything?
Nope,
Anything new?
not yet. Probably start watching Wednesday, I think. Season 2 of Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
I think
Yeah, I've seen that.
I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. I saw that with mom.
The second season?
Mm-hmm.
How was it?
She loves that show.
Oh,
Right, it only makes sense, right? I mean, me personally, I don't think it was as good as the first season, but it was still, it was an entertaining watch nonetheless.
okay. I'll give it a shot. Yeah.
I feel like that's a thing, though. I feel like shows suffer from like, I feel like it's second season syndrome or something like that, but like where the second season is not as good as the first. Because I think Sabrina had the same thing happen. Like
Oh,
the
yeah.
first season was really good, but the second season was like lackluster.
Didn't that
Like,
go for
and
3
all-
seasons?
Yeah, the third one was even worse.
I didn't watch the third one.
Yeah, I was like, nah, I didn't finish it. I think I started it. I was like, I'm cool.
Yeah. It's just, it feels like they get WBified. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but it's just
I know what you're
that.
talking about.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know if it's just every show is like that, but it just feels, it turns me off.
Yeah, mine was a CW.
Oh, CW. That's what I meant.
Okay.
Isn't that the same thing? That's not the same thing?
No.
Okay.
Not.
My bad.
Nah. CW is like Supernatural or Vampire Diaries and everything like that, like The Flash and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smallville. I thought Smallville was WB. No?
It might have been, but Smallville is not on the same network as CW. CW is like Green Arrow, Flash.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to think what else was on there. 90210 at a certain point. Not Gilmore Girls. Maybe Gilmore Girls.
Well, they're the same thing. They're the same thing.
Yeah. The same effect, though. Same effect.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Although Supernatural is my show, and so is Vampire Diaries, so we will not slander those shows. But yes.
What about you? Watch anything?
Mm-mm. Nope. Not outside of what we're our show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I guess we can keep it moving to the anime then.
Yeah.
Let's get it started.
All right. So as you guys know, spoilers for the anime, every show, including the Toku moving forward. So we got DandaDan and Gachiakuta. If I'm not mistaken, honestly, if you're here listening to this and you haven't watched all of DandaDan, I mean, that's on you at this point, because I think this is the season finale. So do with that what you will. This is your fault. It has nothing to do with us. All right, but we're gonna start with Gachiakuta. So we are picking up on episode 11, which is Amo's hospitality, and weirdly enough, this picks up right where we left off, where we're seeing engine collapse, and then it's like a rewind sequence where it kind of goes back in time to where they first meet Amo, and she's leading the group to the tower, or her tower, or whatever, and when they get to the tower, they're like, all right, well, we got to ask you questions. But Amo's like, no, you're friends. Nobody ever comes to see me. So she starts asking them like a bunch of weird questions. And like the cleaners are like, yeah, we just want to know how do you see people coming and going from the sphere and how that works. And Amo becomes like really unhinged because they're not answering her questions. And so when that happens, we see her vital instrument activate, and we find out that she is, in fact, the giver. And her vital instrument has the same marks as Ruto's gloves, and hers are her boots. Her vital instruments are her boots, and they have the same mark as Ruto's gloves. And with that, she pretty much just, I don't want to say goes on a rampage, but she's kind of cleaning the cleaners, if that makes any sense. If that makes any sense. She's definitely a force to be reckoned with. And she's doing this kind of like mind control body control type of thing with the cleaners, where she's taking over like the big guy whose name is Domo, I think, and he knocks out Engine, and Zonka is like, "Yo, that's not cool, bro, and we're done talking to you. It's time to fight." And Domo is like, "Yo, y'all do anything to hurt her, I'm gonna smack you." And so we find out that it's like a weird type of like mind control thing. It has to do with smell. So it's like through the smell she gets the people to see like happy memories is what she says. And so it's like they're not going against their will, but like they're, I guess, reliving memories or seeing the images. So I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but that is going on, and the episode pretty much leaves off with half of the cleaners being hypnotized through this smell mind control thing, and the other half, well, if you even want to call it half, what we see is left is Zonka, and I actually don't know the other person's name. I don't know if they even said his name yet, but yeah, they're like back to back trying to fight, and that's it.
Yeah.
Did they ever say his name?
I think so. Maybe. I don't remember.
I don't remember either. Let me go back to my notes. Where did we meet them? We met them in episode, what, 9? No, I don't have their names anywhere.
Maybe not.
Well, that's...
Nevertheless, were you done with your overview?
That's it. Yeah, we left with them back to back. What'd you think about it?
I thought it was really slow and the pacing was a bit off. I do like how they did the kind of the time reversal thing at the beginning of the episode. Like they started off with the cliffhanger, and then it was just, last episode I was like, oh, they're just going to skip right there and then we're going to keep taking off. But then they kind of reversed back, kind of showed how they got there. I thought that was cool, but then it just seems like it was like slow and plodding along. Like they didn't want to, like next episode, I expect to be really hyped because this one, I guess they did a little bit with showing her powers off and stuff, but it felt like I wanted a little bit more.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's a lot of setup.
Yeah, it felt like a really big setup thing, which kind of feels a lot. I think the rest of their episodes, they've been kind of doing a lot, either lore-wise or story-wise or action-wise. This one didn't feel like they did quite as much. I guess they did introduce some of the other cleaners' powers, but it just didn't feel.
Yeah.
Also, they were like talking about putting their masks on, and none of them put their masks on, and then everybody's controlled by the end. I don't know. Yeah. That just seems kind of weird. Everybody's been so smart in this series so far. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I was like, so when they did say put the mask on, all you see is Zonka and the other guy put his mask on, and then you see the supports with their mask in their hands, and then they just drop them. And I'm just like, wait. Wait.
Yeah.
Why'd you just put it on? And then I don't know what was going on with Rio, but I don't know why she didn't put hers on either. Because she definitely dodged dude's buddy's attack.
Yeah, but I think she was already close by the time they said put their masks on. Like she tried to attack or something and got hit. And then I think they were like, put on your mask. So her I can kind of see. Even then, I'm like, I don't know. Also, what did you think? Your girl came back.
Yeah. She can still catch the hands. I ain't with it. I ain't with it. I'm not with it at all. She got. I don't know how they're gonna try to redeem her, but she's in my mind not redeemed yet.
Yeah,
that was dirty. She did my boy dirty. Yep, and he was right. He was having flashbacks, and he said, "Oh man, I like you, but also you did me so grimy and dirty, and threw my stuff." Threw my gift away, and I was like, "Yeah, she did." I was like, "That's right, Rudo. You better not forget what she did to you." Stand on all 10. Yeah. So, but it was cool to see her again. I mean, I guess in the end, he kind of folded, but in his defense, he was getting mind controlled. So I'm cool with that.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see in the next episode what happens. But yeah, all I know is when they're in person, he better not fold. If he folds immediately, we're gonna have problems. She has to redeem herself. hmm That's it. But I agree. This episode was kind of it. It wasn't as action packed. It was definitely a lot of setup. So I'm eager to see what happens in the next one. Like I wonder if I don't know, Engine comes to and helps out, or how they're gonna break free of like the whole smell, dust, pheromone thing. I don't know. I don't know. So also, I wonder if they're gonna talk more about the boots because they're the same series as Rito's gloves.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're gonna talk more about that. That'd be nice to know. So
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see. Maybe Jabber will show up. Now that would be nice.
Well, they're out on a mission, I guess. So maybe.
Yeah. I'd be down for that. But all right. If that's all, is there anything else for that one?
No, I think that's it for Gachiakuta this week.
All right. So we're gonna move right on to DandaDan, which this is the season finale, which is episode 12 of season 2, or just episode 24 in general. And this one is called. Oh wait, I didn't say. No, I did say the name of the Gachiakuta. The name of this one is Clash: Space Kaiju versus Giant Robot. Now I was watching this and I was trying to take notes, and I was like, I don't know how to take notes on this show anymore. I just don't know. So what I do have is this picks up with the house transforming into a giant Buddha robot. They're trying to figure out how to make the robot move, and they all decide to push buttons at the same time. And for one, an arm falls off. Two, Okarun gets ejected from the robot. I think three, the right arm starts going in circles. Four, a foot moves, and five, evil eyes being crazy. So I'm just like, all right, cool. That's a lot. That's a lot to take in. The robot falls on its face. Okarun is still just propelling through the air with no regard for safety at all. And as the robot falls, the kaiju is like coming over, and it's about to like start flinging the robot. No, it actually does fling the robot. It flings the robot all over the place, and like everybody's inside, like wow, wow. And then Okarun's ejecto seat does like a parachute, and he's like kind of safe, and he lands, and he's like, oh my gosh, the kaiju is about to crush you guys, do something. And all you see is Evil Eye pop out of the Buddha robot as it's on the ground, and he's like, I'm finally free. And I'm just like, what? Like, I made a note. I say Evil Eye is crazy and hilarious because that's the timing of that was so perfect. And like the kaiju stepped on him, and I'm just like, oh, okay, well he's dead. And then he lifts up the kaiju and knocks it all the way over, and he's like, I'm free again. And it's just, I don't know, it shouldn't work, but it does, and I'm here for it. But as that's going on, Kenta figures out how to get the robot to move. And as he does, the robot stands up and he transforms it into a fighting Buddha robot thing. And so, with that happening, he's fighting the kaiju. They're going back and forth. The Evil Eye is standing next to Okarun somehow. Who I forgot how he gets there, but he's there. And they're pretty much cheering them on. Okarun was like, "Yo, we're just gonna have to get the Evil Eye to fight," but this is when Kinta figures it out. And so as they're fighting, Kinta's like singing fanfare as he fights in this duel, and it's like it's off-putting, but it's like also very much normal and like makes perfect sense that he will be fanfaring as he's fighting. And then also I made a mental note: the city survives this attack. I don't know how the city survives this whole kaiju versus robot like fight, but it does. Only like one building that I saw, maybe two buildings got smashed, and I was like, all right, this doesn't make any type of sense, but I'm here for it. They're fighting. At a certain point, the kaiju is like whooping their butt and starts to break apart the entire robot. We're gonna skip Kenta's flashback because it's Kenta. Yeah, whatever. And then as that happens, it's broken apart. They're on the ground. Momo and Ira use their powers from within the robot, and they team up like some Power Rangers and take over the kaiju and pretty much beat it to a pulp. And after they finished fighting, I had a thought. I was like, huh, so does nobody see them fighting a giant kaiju in the middle of the city? And literally at the end of the fight, this like the scenery changes and I guess they're out of the spirit world and back into like the regular world and everybody can see them because it just kind of like flipped the switch and everybody's like, whoa, where did that come from? And everything like that. And then they transform into a UFO house kaiju robot Buddha thing and fly back to Momo's place and land as the jumbled up mass of house. And with that, Evil Eye and Okaroon the kaiju goes back into small form, and then the Evil Eye and Okaroon have to try to pick it up. So Okaroon kind of bribes the Evil Eye with like a nice warm snack, and with that he transforms back into Gigi. They pick up the Evil Eye. They pick up the kaiju and take it back to Momo's place. This is all over the place, guys, but this is the episode. That's DonTheVan. They take it back to Momo's place, and as they're looking at it, Okaroon opens up the kaiju's mouth, and he's like, "Yo, all right, cool, bet unzip." Like, there's a zipper for the kaiju. Doesn't make sense, but he unzips it, and inside of the kaiju, there's a hot girl, and pretty much, they're like, what? Like, all three, Gigi, Okaroon, and Kenta, they're looking at the hot girl. They're like, whoa. And then Momo's coming out of the house, and she's like, hey, guys, yada, yada, whatever. And then all you see is freaking hot girl full facing Okaroon, and Momo is like about to have an aneurysm, and that's where the episode ends. So, yeah.
This show and their endings, I don't. And this is, again, at the end of the season, this is how they end. It's obviously on purpose, yeah. Thankfully, they've already said they're coming back for season 3, and I guarantee the first episode is going to be episode 25.
It's going to pick right up right there.
It's going to pick up right there. I guarantee.
I'm here for it.
Yeah,
I'm here for it.
That's probably what they're going to do.
I'm here for it.
I'm here for it too. But yeah, DandaDan be DandaDaning all over the place. But I mean, it's the only thing that was a little bit weird with this one. Well, there was a lot that was weird with this one. Like the whole city, just first off, they have done the little barrier thing before where nobody else can see him, and then whenever they defeat whatever it is, they pop up again and everybody can see him. But the whole city just like going with it was kind of weird, obviously. And then Kenta started wearing on me a little bit kind of at the end. But other than that, like, I had a good time with the episode. I liked it. The fight was pretty cool. I liked them just the arm falling off and then Kenta just being like, okay, it's a rocket arm. And then it just throwing it at him. Like, okay.
That's very on brand.
Yeah.
No, this episode was insane.
The wrestling moves they were pulling off, like everything was all good. I liked it.
It's like, again, and this is probably what we're gonna say every time for every episode. It shouldn't work, but it does. Like, nothing about this should work. Nothing at all.
It should be a parody, but like, I don't know, it works. I don't know if they're trying to be a parody or like serious half the time, but I like it. It's good.
I feel like they're trying to be serious, but like, this is how they do it, and like, it's like, I'm at a loss for words. This is a great show. I recommend everybody watch it. You'll love it. So
I'm in for it. I guess that's the end of season 2, but I enjoyed it. Want more?
Yeah, I will say the cliffhangers, they be killing me, man. They be killing me. But yeah, that's it for DonTheVan. That is the season 2 finale. So we'll see you guys again for DonTheVan in season 3.
And I think we'll also do probably a quick maybe review of season 1 and 2. I think we still owe season 1, but we'll also add season 2 into that. So look forward to that.
We could do that. Yeah. You heard it here first, folks. All right, well, we can move on to Toku then, because that's it for anime.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
speaking of Toku, we're going to get into Hyakujuu Sentai Gaoranger and Kamen Rider Agito, episodes 21 through 24, I believe. So spoilers for those 4 episodes for both of the shows. Let's get it started with Quest 21 from Gaoranger. I don't know why I would say the first part. Quest 21, Roki Perplexed. Roki Mado. So Yellow, we start out with Yellow sulking in the command center after losing his jewels last episode. He lost both of the bears. And then we cut over to Roki having dreams and visions of a past he's not sure of. And then a kind of a puppy comes into his little encampment and visits him. Then we go over to Tsuetsue and Yabaiba chilling at a playground randomly. When they detect, I think it's Tsuetsue's horn kind of glows. She detects the energy of an org, and then it ends up being human skeleton org, which they kind of start out saying he's lame. And then I think Tsuetsue has a book that they're trying to use that's like get closer with your
boss.
Yeah, your boss. And there's little inserts to it that they keep going back to, and they keep giving like human skeleton org another chance and Roki a chance. Yeah. It's kind of a thread that they keep going for the episode, which was pretty funny. We can get to that at the end though. We cut to the Rangers. They're going to investigate an energy signal, and then they come to an obvious trap that Tsuetsue and Yabaiba have concocted of a haunted house. So the Rangers go into the haunted house acting like they're scared, and then while they're doing that, they're just attacking all of the Orgettes and the human skeleton org, and then they knock them all out of the building, and then they reveal that, yes, we knew it was a trap, we just did it so we could defeat you. And then Roki jumps in and starts taking over the fight so the Rangers start fighting the orgs, and then Roki just jumps in and is like, yo, this is my fight. The Rangers are mine. So they start fighting. But during the fight, the dog that Roki saw earlier jumps in, gets caught in the middle of it and gets hit by, I think, one of them. Yeah, Skeleton hits him with an attack, and then you see a little blood from his leg. And then Roki gets mad and just starts wailing on Skeleton. And everybody's like, wait, what's going on? The Rangers pause, the orcs pause. But after the fight, because Roki goes off and then the orgs obviously go off. After the fight, Red says he's seen that dog before. It's a wolf dog, and that he's seen it before during the new moon, and it was with a mysterious human being that he didn't know. Just randomly. But shortly after that, the orgs began attacking the city. The Rangers show up and destroy Skeleton Org in his small form, like immediately. They show up, they kill him, and it's like, okay. And then Tsuetsue flips to her thing, and I think it's like, you should give your subordinates another chance. So she makes him giant, and then they call Gao King, and he immediately destroys him again. It's like, boom, boom.
Double tap.
Yeah. But then Roki shows up and uses Gao Bear and Gao Polar to make Gao Hunter double knuckle and starts attacking the Rangers. But they both kind of see this vision of this giant, enormous head that's glowing. And it tells Roki that he needs to remember. So Roki's confused. The Rangers are confused. But while Roki is kind of being confused, the Rangers end up attacking him and defeating Gao Hunter in that moment. And that's kind of where the episode ends. Thoughts?
Yeah, this one was I like this one. I like this one a lot.
This was ridiculous. At first, I wasn't even sure that the Rangers were like, I was like, are they just going to go into this place? Because they kind of don't reveal it until after they beat everybody up inside the thing. So I was like, are they that stupid? I was like,
I
I don't know about this show,
I don't know.
but yeah, I'm glad it ended up being them. Like, yeah, we knew
Yeah.
what it was, and we were just using it. I was
They
like,
almost
okay,
fooled me.
yeah,
They almost.
yeah,
I saw them
halfway,
do the huddle.
yeah, I saw them do the
I
huddle,
said,
and even then, I was like, I don't know. And then they start going through the haunted house, and then just like wailing on the guys. I was like, okay, I'm
okay.
pretty sure. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure they know what's going on, but
Yeah.
I'm still not 100%.
Yeah, when I saw Black be like, "Yo, these flowers are so scary," I said, "Ah." I said, "Ah." I was like, "Here we go." I was like, "Oh, you're a little funny. Okay, you do have some jokes."
So
Okay.
It was weird, but not bad. It was entertaining.
It was very entertaining. I'm glad. I'm glad it's like at least this is one of their better episodes, I can say. Even without Roki, this was a good one. But as we know, my main man did come through, and he wrecked house as he normally does. And yes, it went all the way up as soon as he showed up. So he didn't even like do any formalities. He just popped up. He said, "Yeah, you guys know the Rangers are mine. Just step aside, Los. Step aside, small fry." And he got to work immediately. And started whooping. And then when his dog friend came through and Skeleton Org hit him, he stood on business, all 10 the whole way through, and started putting hands on him too. And I was like, yes, that's my guy. It don't matter if you good, bad, black or white, you got to get all these hands. And I was here for it. Roki's my guy. Yup. And it was a bit strange to have Mufasa kind of show up in the middle of like their fight, like randomly. But the plot's got a plot. So hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
like
it. Yeah. We can keep it moving with Quest 22. The giant bull is broken. Kyouchi Kawareru. Roki, we start out the episode with Roki playing his flute when he gets a visit from Ura, saying that the One Horns and he can help him figure out his past. Or no, he says he can help Roki figure out his past, but he's got to help the One Horns on the project that he's got them working on. Tsuitsue and Yabaiba show up at a soccer field randomly, waiting for Roki with Lawnmower and then with this new org called Lawnmower Org. The Rangers show up and then start attacking. There's this random soccer ball that has eyes that was kind of confusing. That comes back more than once in this episode, but the kids are playing with the soccer ball, and then it ends up that the soccer ball is probably not a soccer ball because it has eyes. It was weird. But anyway, the Rangers show up. They start fighting the orgs. But as Black is paired off with Lawnmower Org keeps going after his legs, and he kind of hurts Black's legs. Also, during the fight, Roki finally shows up to kind of help them out. He kind of gets annoyed with Lawnmower and then attacks him when he shows up. And then everybody's just confused at the fight because it's like Roki is late, then he shows up, and then he attacks the other team. So the Rangers are confused, the orgs are confused, and then everybody's like going off. Roki's confused too. He leaves as well. And then the ball kind of rolls around and does some weird stuff, and you're like, what's going on with this thing? And of course they don't answer that. They just switch to Tsuitsue making no, the Rangers end up defeating Lawnmower while Roki leaves, and then Tsuitsue makes Lawnmower or grow. Then the Rangers start fighting him, but again, the Lawnmower has an idea, and then he starts going for the legs, which happen to be Gao Bison. So then Gao Bison is damaged, so the Rangers figure out, hey, we can't stand. We're gonna flip everything upside down, do a headstand, and then fire off our attack, which destroys the Lawnmower Org. Which was kind of weird, but okay. Then as Roki is back in his forest, kind of being confused, Ura shows up and then attacks him with something that we don't see.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Rangers kind of figure out that Roki is probably the human that Red saw previously, and that he might be the sixth warrior from the past. Afterwards, Roki starts attacking the city. The Rangers come to try to stop him and convince him that he's actually human, but he's not really listening. During the fight, the giant head pops back in, and then it's revealed that this is Gao God. So he shows up, and then he tries to keep telling Roki to remember his past. But whenever Roki tries to remember something or starts to remember something, Ura put like a bug into his head, and it starts flying around, and somehow that kind of knocks whatever sense Roki was going to get out of him, which was kind of weird. So
it like blocks his memory or something like that.
Yeah, but that's kind of where that episode leaves off.
Yeah. I mean, this episode was... Now, this one is more weird than the last one.
Yeah, and then at the end, the ball rolls back again, and then it kind of transforms into something weird, and then we're just like, okay, soccer ball is back again. What is this? And they're just like, okay, bye.
It's a mini org.
We're like, okay, like no explanation.
Mm-mm.
So
I don't know if that's they're trying to do like a cliffhanger or like that's their gimmick, but
I wasn't really feeling this one. Like this one was just confusing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm glad they gave a name to Mufasa. I'm still gonna call him Mufasa, but yeah. So just be prepared for that every time he shows up.
I cannot be prepared for that. You're gonna get me once, and I'm gonna spit out everything in my mouth. The only other thing I had about this episode was Tsuetsu and Yabaiba shouldn't be bad guys. I don't know.
Well, they shouldn't be.
They should be bad guys.
I promise you, they're the saving grace. They're like the what is it? The Vulcan skull or whatever. The Super Sentai. They're awesome, man. I love them so much.
Yeah, they'd make good Vulcan skulls.
I shouldn't love them. I need to see them return in another show.
Yeah.
In another season. I need it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was okay. Lawnmower Org. Honestly, when the Rangers pulled up on Lawnmower Org the first time, I said, I said, this is a bit excessive. All he's doing is cutting the grass. Like, he isn't even hurting anybody. He's literally just doing lawn maintenance. And they said, yeah, nah, that's enough, buddy. You gotta go. So, I don't know. For this one, I think the Rangers are in the wrong, because I'd be a little bit upset, too, if somebody got in the way of me doing my lawn maintenance. I think I would destroy the city as well. So
no, I think Lawnmower Org was about to hit those kids or do something weird. He had to go.
No, the kids already ran off.
Yeah, but he was with Tsuetsu and Yabaiba. Like, they're usually up to no good.
I mean,
they're about to do something.
They tried, but
yeah,
they're bad at being bad.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I think that's it. The only other thing is just like the bug that Uro, what's his name? Uro that Ura put into my main man's head.
Yeah, even that was kind of confusing. It's just like, okay, he's controlling him somehow with the bug.
Yeah.
It didn't. Whatever. Yeah.
But that's it for this one. We can go to the next one.
Yeah, let's move on to Quest 23. Roki dies. Roki Shisu. So we opened up with Roki kind of kneeling in front of Ura and handing him the animal jewels that he got from the Rangers before. So apparently he's under Ura's control somehow, and he's giving over all of the jewels that Ura had asked for before. Then we go to Tetomu, kind of showing the Rangers that I guess when the Gao God had showed up, it sent a message to Tetomu, and she shows it to the Rangers, and it kind of shows the the warrior from the past, who was Shirogane, he had used the org's power to defeat their leader, Hyakumaru.
Sounds right.
Yeah. But as soon as they see that vision, Roki calls out the Rangers during a full moon to his location. He's just playing his flute, and I guess releasing that org energy that the Rangers love. They show up, it's a full moon, and then they start trying to fight it out. We also find out that during the full moon, Roki is at his strongest. So they start fighting. Roki is obviously kind of beating the Rangers. The Rangers don't want to fight, so they're getting beat up pretty badly. He's about to finish off Red when suddenly the moon gets eclipsed, and Roki turns into a human being. He turns into the human Red says he saw before. He tells the Rangers about how he used kind of a mask to absorb the evil powers and then kind of use that power to power up his power animals. That way he could defeat the evil boss. Mm-hmm. But as he's about to tell the Rangers kind of what is it called? What ceremony he used to get that power. So Totomu could kind of figure out a way to fix it. Uda regains controls over him, and he tells the Rangers, I guess it would be Shirogane, tells the Rangers that they have to destroy him before Roki takes over, because the moon's about to come back, which it does, of course, and then he switches back over to Roki. Because the Rangers obviously refuse to kill him because they now know that he's that warrior. Totomu then figures out that in order to destroy the curse, they would need to defeat the demon beasts, and that the power is kind of located in Gao, the crocodile. I forget
Gaoranger.
what. Gaoranger. Okay. I'm glad you remembered his name, because I was like, I can't remember the dude's name.
The one name I actually remember.
Yeah. But they can't turn into Gao King to fight because Roki calls his demon beast, and then obviously they turn into Gao Hunter. But the Rangers can't turn into Gao King because Bison is damaged and he's the legs. It's then that the weird ball shows up at the Rangers, just rolls up to them, hands Black 2 jewels, and then bounces.
Yeah.
The 2 jewels are Gao Rhino and Gao Medillo.
Random. It's like, where'd you come from?
Yeah. So I guess Gao Bison had told Black that he would meet his friends soon, and these are his friends. So Black uses those, and they turn into legs for the combination, I guess Gao King, and he becomes Gao King Striker. With Rhino becoming the legs and the armadillo becoming a ball that he can kick. So they combine, and then they defeat Gao Hunter, which releases Shirogane from the curse, and he falls to the ground and then collapses. And that's where that episode ends.
I will say, as much as we're surprised, I think the other characters are surprised too.
I don't know. I think they took it in stride. I was just like, what? For real?
They were surprised. They said there's more. I said, oh, at least it's not just us. Okay. Bro, say it came out of nowhere. I was like, bro, first off, all right, the armadillo, soccer ball, I guess. But the rhino, where did the rhino come from? Like, yo, he just comes charging in from the distance. Like, all right, bro.
And I was seriously confused because they do say Gao Bison was like, you're going to meet my friend later. I was like, is it going to be the crocodile or the alligator? What is he talking about? And then the ball shows up again. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that weird ball that they that weird ball they never told us what was going on with.
Yeah. I was like, all right, well, thanks.
And then
I
it
guess.
just pops out 2 jewels. And I'm like, for real? Okay.
At least with yellow, he had to go on like some kind of quest. Black, nope, just hand it to him. Oh man, I'm sorry. That was good.
I don't know. I guess I don't know. That's all I got for this episode. I don't know.
Wow, I will say my guy Roki was aura farming in the beginning when he was like standing on the rock with the moon in the backdrop, and he was playing his flute. Yeah, my man was aura farming to the max. Yeah, I need to make that like a background, like a screenshot or something. That was great. That was nice. Heck yeah! I realized that his blade is like a crescent moon. Yeah. I was like, oh. That was a nice touch, guys.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Nice catch.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's my guy. I be noticing things, man. That's my dude.
He was. Pour one out for Roki.
Yeah.
Because he did.
He did. But he alive in spirit. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was Quest 23. I don't know, man. Moving on to Quest 24. The Silver Wolf flashes. Ginro Hirameku. Hirameku, I know it's like Flash. So Shirogane, we start out the episode kind of where the last one left off. Shirogane stands up, meets the Rangers, and then they're like, hey, you should come join us. And then he's like, no, I can't do that. And then he kind of runs away. He runs away. He finds Tsuetsue and Yabaiba, and then he says he's their ally and that he can try to he says he's their ally, take him to Ura so he can figure out what to do next. Ura shows up, and then Shirogane kind of shows that it was actually a ploy to try to steal the jewels that he had given him back when he was Roki. But he, of course, fails and then starts getting beat up by Ura and Tsuetsue and Yabaiba. Or he gets threatened a lot. He gets beat up by Ura, but not killed. Afterwards, Ura creates Chimera Org from the jewels that he got from Roki. So a new org pops out using the energies from the power animals that Roki had stolen jewels of. The Rangers show up and try to save Shirogane. And then they try to attack the Chimera with their giant sword, but it doesn't work. And then I think it's Tetomu explains that since it's Gao power and the Chimera was made with Gao power, that attack won't work. But afterwards, Shirogane grabs yellow swords and then just starts kind of attacking the Chimera when the Rangers kind of get taken out for a second. And then he gets defeated by the Chimera and then gets beat up a lot, but doesn't die still. But this shows his heart, I guess. And then his animal jewels come back to him, and he gets given a Gao brace, which he uses to turn into Gao Silver. He then fights and defeats the Chimera with his new attacks and weapons. So I guess we're not going to see Roki's weapon anymore, possibly. So instead of the sword, he has kind of this stick that he transforms into 3 kind of modes. It's a sword, a gun, and then a pool stick.
Yeah. I was trying to think. I was like, what's the third one?
Yeah, it's a pull stick, I guess. So he uses that for his final move to take out the Chimera. And then when the Chimera gets made large, he summons his power animals with his pool stick again. And then he turns into Gao Hunter Justice. Definitely different from Gao Hunter. It does look different. I will give him that. So the rest of the Rangers call their power animals. They all fight the Chimera and then defeat it. And then Silver jumps out and then just goes straight to Ura and then starts fighting him and defeats him pretty quickly. And then he steals the Gao jewels back. So So he returns the Gao jewels to the Rangers, and then he just walks off. The Rangers give him like a jacket that I guess they had made previously for him, knew his color and everything already. But he gets the jacket and then he walks off, and that's kind of where the episode ends. What'd you think?
First off, I told you that the Gao jewels got liberated and not stolen. And also, you know, they got returned safely home. Yeah, you know, obviously, like, why wouldn't they? He was just kind of holding them for safekeeping and to do inspection, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Duh.
Mm-hmm.
Duh. Come on.
Yeah.
That doesn't even make sense. Like, of course. Anyways, but it's really cool to see Gal Silver. In my opinion, the Silver Rangers are pretty OP. I remember Titanium from Lightspeed Rescue. That one's crazy. We need to watch that. I'm not gonna hold you. We need to watch that one, the American version, because that one is great. Oh my goodness, what a season. Anyways, I digress. But yeah, it's cool to see the Sixth Ranger. I didn't think that was gonna be how he got introduced. So, I mean, I guess it's Roki, but it's not Roki. So,
well, it's not Roki. I think they are two complete separate entities. I guess the org side of it would be Roki.
Yeah.
And I guess it's destroyed. So, because I was thinking maybe like a full moon he would pop up, but I think the silver one gets his power from a fox. I was kind of wondering what?
Still a wolf. It's still a wolf.
Oh, sorry, wolf. That's what I meant. Not fox. Yeah. I don't know why I'm thinking of fox. But yeah, he's a wolf. I was wondering if maybe, well, no, because he does have a wolf power animal that he uses. So I don't know. I don't think Roki will show back up. I would think.
I don't think so, unless they do like a type of like Magna Defender type of thing, where it was like the alternate personalities, and then like for the Gal Silver, like he'll have like a flash back to Roki or something, and then or like Roki would be in his head talking or something. I mean, unless they do something like that, I don't see it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I was thinking like or maybe like during a full moon he would pop up, but I think they destroyed Roki. So unless somebody else gets the curse, I don't think we'll be seeing him anymore. Which I mean,
RP, just gotta pour one out for my homie.
They got their money out of it, so
it's okay, Roki. You live on forever in my heart, bro. You're living right here, bro. Right next to Dobin.
But other than that, I like the episode overall. Once again, like they're fighting in human form and not dying, and then they get in their ranger form and then they get beat. So
yeah.
And then Silver just rushing and then like offing Ura like that was like, okay, well, I guess we're gonna be running through these Duke orgs, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, my man was on a mission. He had something to prove.
Yeah. So
he said you can't run your hands like that earlier in the episode and not expect a comeback. Come on now.
Yeah.
Well, but it is, I will say, it's still, like I said, it's nice to see Gal Silver. So we'll see if the show changes at all with this new dynamic. Like, added in. So it's really sad because Roki was really saving the show. Oh my goodness. So, oh man. All right, but we'll see. We have a whole another half of the season to go.
Yeah, we're at the kind of the mid mark, so we'll see what goes on from here. But I think that's it for Quest 24, which takes us to, we can transfer over to Kamen Rider Agito.
Agito. Now this one was good. We have a lot to talk about this one.
That wasn't a bad 4 episodes, but Agito also has a pretty good 4 episodes. It's a pretty good. I think we're hitting that mid-season stride. So
yeah,
I would expect that. I would expect the kind of the action to pump up. But
yeah,
we're starting with episode 21, Rampaging Power. Boso Suru Chikara. So we open up with the 2 unknown going after Agito and leaving. And they leave after Agito starts fighting back. And then we cut over to Mana kind of getting to the apartment. And then she enters And last episode, they showed Ryo kind of reaching for her. This episode, he's in the corner and she goes in, doesn't see him, looks around, doesn't see him, and then leaves. And Ryo's kind of like holding himself back because he's still getting the message to attack. But that's the end of it. And then Hikawa gets to the scene and rescues Hojo from the kind of his collapse, him being kind of trapped. Aki is still trying to get revenge on the squad, but then we find out that it's for killing Ryo. And the police now know that the unknown are attacking people with powers. So Aki kind of showed that humans have powers, and then they know that the unknown are attacking her. So that kind of confirms what they were suspecting. Ryo then wakes up and then kind of talks to Shoichi, and then he tells him that Aki asked him to live with her. And then Shoichi kind of gets shocked from that. And then he kind of walks off and meets up with Mana. Meanwhile, Hikawa is now the kind of protector for Hojo. And they start talking. And Aki, they go back to the scene. They're having a little chat. And Aki is about to attack when the unknown finds her and starts attacking her instead. Aki ends up attacking the unknown with her power. She grabs their weapon and then stabs them and then runs into Shoichi. And then kind of tells him, they sit down and have a chat. And then she tells him that he's probably better off not remembering his past, which kind of confuses him a little bit. And then but Shoichi tells her that Ryo is kind of at the apartment, and then he takes her back to her apartment, and then she sees Ryo, but as soon as she sees him, she runs off, because I guess it's kind of portrayed like she did it all because she thought Ryo was dead. So if he's not dead, she's already started killing people, so she can't come back. But then she's like, I'm going to protect you and finish the job. So she goes off to finish Hojo, and then she attacks him, knocks out Hikawa, starts about to finish off Hojo, and then the unknown finds her again. But this time, Ryo shows up and transforms. So the first unknown shows up, she sees him, Ryo comes in, jumps in, and kind of fights him off. She runs away, and I have a note that Ryo has the coolest henshin sequences, I think. Like, because him, like Gills showing up, stepping beside him, and then kind of taking over. That's a pretty cool way to do it. I like that. But anyway, Aki runs off, but then she's grabbed by another unknown. And then Shoichi shows up on his bike, kind of knocks the unknown off of her, and then it starts attacking that one. Gills and Agito both finish their fights, but Gills runs over, sees Agito kind of pick up Aki's body, and then notice that she's dead, lays her down, and then starts going to a rage, and then starts attacking Agito. And then the report comes in to the police that Agito and Gills are fighting. So G3 starts suiting up, and that's kind of where that episode ends. So pretty action-packed episode.
Yes, indeed.
What'd you think?
I thought, first off, I'm glad Aki's out of here. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, first off, like, it's just kind of upsetting me. She was very wishy-washy, up and down, left and right, back and forth. I was like, it doesn't make sense, and she's making this way more confusing than it needs to be. Because she was like, one, I'm doing this because you guys allegedly killed Ryo. And then you find out that Ryo's alive. And you're like, oh, cool, let's go see him. And it's like, the moment that you see Ryo, you take off without even saying anything. Like, you're just like, oh, and then just out of here, got a blast type. And so I'm just like, that doesn't make sense. And then you're telling Rio and Shoichi the same thing as like, I want you both to stay with me. But then like, why? Also, Shoichi, why did you tell Rio that she said the same thing to you? You just kind of accepted it and just like left. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm upset. I don't know. I feel like this episode upset me.
Well, I think Shoichi was kind of confused, and then when he meets Aki, he kind of asks her, "It was like, yo, were you just playing me?" And she's like, "Yeah."
I'm glad she's out of here.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm so glad she's out.
Yeah. I did start feeling a little bit better about Hojo though this episode, because Hojo makes this comment when Hikawa gets assigned to be his bodyguard, and they're at the scene, and Hikawa's like, are they both talking about if they think having humans with powers would be a good thing or a bad thing? And then Hikawa's like, I don't know, I've seen humans do some pretty messed up stuff. And then Hojo's like, oh, I think it's great. And he was like, yeah, you think that's weird, right? But I'm a human, and I think I'm great. So humans are great. And I'm like, okay, Hojo. Like, that's cocky, but like, okay, you're starting to endear yourself a little bit.
Nah, I had the opposite effect.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. I was like, oh my god, get him out of here, please. Nah, I didn't know what he just said that, bro. Time out. Hold on.
Yeah.
And he's not spoilers, but he does that a couple of times. And each time it gets worse for me. I'm just like, who does he think he is?
I'm just saying, this episode, he kind of brought it back a little bit for me. I was like, okay, are they about to turn this guy around? So we'll see what happens.
This guy gotta go. He's literally public enemy number one for me. Aki almost took that spot. But he got out of here. So now it's him. Just him.
Yeah.
Now it's him. I don't even remember Naoto's name. That's crazy. Oh man. No. But I mean, I guess to go with that, I feel like Aki could have survived if, I don't know, maybe she just not been blinded by this rage output and tried to attack them 3 times in the same day or anything like that, because she only got attacked when she tried to attack them.
Yeah, but I think she would have been tracked down. But I don't get that, because dude you figured dude controls the unknowns.
Mm-hmm.
But he met Aki and didn't do anything to her. He was like, I can make you more powerful. So I don't know. That's a little bit confusing. But
yeah. But we didn't even see him in this episode though. Him or the other one. Or Fishy Man.
Nope. So
I don't know.
I don't know what their deal is, but like if he wanted her gone, he could have probably done it while he was around. Yeah. So I don't know.
Maybe it's not them.
Yeah, could be. I don't know.
But I thought it was cool to see Gil's fight Agito. That was nice. I was like, ooh, it's getting spicy.
I was like, man, this is forced, but whatever.
It really
like is. I could see where it was going. I was like, man, okay.
Like, all right, bro. It's a lot of like taking things at face value.
Mm-hmm.
Sariti taking stuff at face value, Rio taking stuff at face value. No, just them.
Yeah.
Just them. Everybody else is just kind of but yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. I'm just cheesing, man. As soon as I saw the unknown grab Aki and like hold it up, and then all you hear is the crack, I said, yeah.
Yeah, when I saw it grab her, I was like, oh, she's gone. Yeah.
Okay. That's it.
But that was episode 21. So we can move on to episode 22, Fateful Showdown. Unmei no Taiketsu. So we start off with the fight between Agito and Gills. And they're going at it hard. Then G3 joins the fray and starts attacking Gills. They fight. G3's helmet ends up being destroyed, and then the helmet gets taken off. And then somehow Agito ends up escaping with G3 while Gills is like screaming or something like that. Once he gets back to the police force, he kind of talks to the G3 squad, and then Ozawa, the engineer, ends up mentioning that the G3 was a prototype. That she should probably make a more powerful one. Then we cut back to a meeting with all of the officers in the room, and Hojo presents a V1 project to compete against the new G3X that Ozawa was kind of like designing, I guess, in the background. Meanwhile, we have more unknown attacks in the city, and then Ozawa actually goes to visit her former professor, who is the designer for the new V1 unit for Hojo, just to have him see her design and then maybe back out because she thinks her design would be so much better, and that he would see that and then he could back out without getting his feelings hurt, which is like a baller move. But of course he does not. So as she's exiting, talking to the professor, she runs into Shoichi, and then they go out for yakiniku. And bro, Ozawa is just chugging Nama beer after Nama beer. Like, she's just going hard. And then Shoichi is kind of depressed because Aki died. Or he's not really depressed because she died. I think he's kind of confused because he has so many options open. But they kind of talk it through. Shoichi kind of gets his groove back, and then he heads back and starts cleaning up. Meanwhile, she heads back and starts beginning work on the G3X suit. And then they have Hikawa begin training to kind of get used to the new suit. Meanwhile, the unknown is attacking this some random people. Shoichi heads off to fight it. He ends up destroying the first one, but then he gets attacked by a second unknown, which is, I guess, the B unknown. So he starts fighting that one. And then we have Hikawa finishes training. And then at the end of the episode, after he's finished, kind of Ozawa comes in and asks him what's going on because he hasn't taken off the suit. And then what she does, I think she takes off his helmet, and then he just collapsed to the ground after the simulation. And that's kind of where that episode ends off. Thoughts?
I guess we could start with this. Yo, she was like throwing the beer back like it was no tomorrow.
Yeah.
And at first, I thought I saw it wrong. Like, I rewinded it. I was like, wait. Because like when she had finished her drink first, like that's where it starts. She finished her drink first, and like she was like, "Can I get another one?" I was like, "All right, cool. Nothing out of the ordinary here. You finish your drink, you would like another one." She said, "Another beer." Slams it down. But she's talking to Shorichi, and like the camera's on her, and she starts to sip the full mug of beer, and like it pans over, and all you see is Shoichi, and then her glass just come into frame, and it's like half empty. And I was like, wait. It was literally a split second. I was like, it was just full. And then she brings it back, and then the camera pans her, and it's empty. And I was like, oh, they did that on purpose. And she's like, another. And then like after 5 of them, I was like, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, that's crazy. And then she just goes back to the office like nothing happened.
Yeah.
And just starts getting to work. I was like, all right. So yeah, that was funny. That was a good highlight. I need more of that. That was nice.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
I would say, what is it? I mean, I get it, I guess. Shoichi thought he had a girlfriend, but if I was him, I'd be like celebrating. But that's just me. And it's it seems like with the unknown that there's a tier system, kinda, because like with the other ones that attacked, what's her name, Aki, right? Sorry.
Yeah.
The ones that attacked Aki, it seemed like there was 2, and then like one that was like above them, or like a leader type of thing.
Yeah, maybe.
And then for like the B one, like I think Shoichi attacked one in Agito form, and then another one showed up. I mean, I could be reaching, but it seemed like maybe that's like a leader because it was like standing off to like to the side, like just like looking down, observing. So, I mean, meh,
Could
could
be.
be. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We
Just
haven't
something
learned
I
too
wanted
much
to throw
about the
out.
unknowns, actually. I guess
Yeah,
the police have figured out a little bit, but we don't really know too much about them.
yeah.
Um,
Hopefully, we find out.
yeah.
Yeah.
But pretty good episode. I like the fight at the beginning.
Yeah.
I think where G3 has been kind of weaker, I think, out of all of the three. And I think this is kind of the start of it getting wrapped up. So I'm curious on how that'll go.
Yeah. The fight in the beginning was pretty nice. It was good to see all three of them on screen at
Yeah.
the same time. So,
But this is
hopefully-
also the beginning of Hojo starting to fall back into that groove that I hated. So Hojo's starting to get back into his old deeds.
starting.
Yeah. Not feeling it. But
Starting to get back. He never left.
yeah.
All right. 23.
Yep. So on to episode 23, The Qualified Person. Shikaku aru mono. So during the fight, the unknown starts running.
Wait. 22. I forgot. This is that episode. So when she showed up to her professor, right? And like, because I thought it was the next one. But wait. No, it's this one, right? Go ahead. I'll wait.
When she shows up at the professor?
Mhm.
The first time or the second time? Well, she showed up the first time to show him her kind of idea and get him to back out this episode.
Okay. Yes. All right. So yes. So when she showed up and she tried to show him the blueprints and everything like that, and like, first off, yes, baller move for sure. I was like, all right, cool. But like, when she was leaving and dude was like, yo, I just want you to know, I hated you. I was like, hey, yo. I said, wait a minute, where did that come from? Flag on a play. What? Why?
Probably jealousy, bro. Jealousy.
That just, yeah.
Or also,
That
she's,
just took me.
I mean, if she's going to show up and do something like that, like, yeah, you could kind of understand why he might hate her.
Man, I don't know. That it was just random. It was just out of nowhere, bro. It took me for a loop. I said, "Oh my god,
she's
I
too
was like,
cocky." Geniuses are, I guess.
I mean, but is she cocky though, or is she just sure of herself?
Oh yeah, you can look at it that way.
You know, I feel like Hojo is cocky. I feel like he's just very arrogant.
Yeah,
But like she's just like, bro, like my product is like pure. You know what I'm saying? Yours has people foaming at the mouth. You know what? Like there's a like. If my product was pure like this, I think I would be moving like this too. Like what do you mean you're making one too, bro? It's me you're talking to, type of thing. You know, like that's how I see it.
yeah.
It's like it's me you're talking to, Hojo. Come on, really, bro. You
Yeah.
couldn't even operate mine, and you're trying to make your own.
Oh.
Like, come on, like, Anyways, yeah, I'm just saying, I'm on her side. I am.
So episode 23, the unknown, the qualified person, Shikaku Arumono. The unknown runs off after fighting Agito. So Agito starts fighting back, and then the unknown slowly backs off after getting damaged. Like one of its antenna gets cut off. Then Hikawa wakes up from his collapsing during the simulation. The police figure out that the unknown may be going on a rampage since it's starting to attack people that are not blood related and just random people. They saw it get damaged, or they think it might have been damaged during the fighting with the Agito, and then that's kind of messed up who it's going after. Hikawa starts showing some of the damage after his trial in the G3X. They say that his muscles were kind of damaged because he was fighting against the suit's AI to kind of control what it was doing. Or at least that's what Ozawa tells him. the unknown appears again, and then Hojo goes out in the V1 system just all of a sudden, and then he kind of attacks the unknown and scares it off. So he considers that a win, and he brags about it to everybody. Meanwhile, Ozawa tells Hikawa that she had her eyes on another person to pilot since he can't do it, and then she takes him to Shoichi in order to ask him to pilot the G3X, since he seems like he would be relaxed and able to use the suit and the AI to their full potential, which gets under Hikawa's skin, and he starts kind of going a little bit crazy. So you have a little montage there of them trying to pick up, or him trying to pick up tofu with his chopsticks, and then using too much power and slicing it instead. He starts training even harder to try to make up for it, and then he asks Ozawa for one more chance. So then we cut to the police force where they're starting to have the competition between the two. Hojo goes out in the V1 and kind of destroys all the targets. As G3X is about to walk in, Hojo kind of points his weapon at G3X, and then and then it just starts going off and attacking the V1, and then it kind of blows a hole in it. It destroys it, leaves it on the ground, and then they get an alert about an unknown showing up, and then the G3X just is like, okay, I'm gone, and then just starts running out of the building. Meanwhile, Agito shows up, starts attacking the unknown, and then as he's fighting it, G3X shows up and then starts out with this huge Gatling gun, and then just starts going to town. He destroys the unknown with the Gatling gun, and then Agito starts walking towards him, just, hey, what's going on, buddy? And then he points the gun to Agito, and that's kind of where the episode cuts. So another pretty action-packed show, or episode of the show. What did you think about that one?
Man, first off, get Hojo out of here. I mean, technically you did. Technically, yeah, you really did.
Yeah.
I would say the tofu scene was pretty funny. Like, basically all they're telling dude to do is relax, and he's just getting more worked up and wound up as it goes on. I'm just like, this is having the opposite effect of what you need to be doing.
Hikawa was losing his mind. Like, I don't think I've ever seen him that like far out of it.
He was wound up.
The whole bit with the license too. Like, I don't know. That whole little sequence was pretty funny.
Yeah. And then, like, for him to afterwards go work out, when it's like, bro, maybe you should, like, I don't know, meditate and clear your mind instead of trying to, the whole thing is to relax. Not,
yeah.
I don't know. I've never seen him like that either.
Yeah.
You would think that he would get that way with Hojo, but not Shoichi, which is, like, the weirdest part. I don't know. That part kind of crisscrossed.
Yeah.
Anyways, but when he did go haywire on the V1, I was like, hey, it just kind of proves that G3X is superior than the V1 system. I'm not gonna hold you. They blew a hole in it and then went out and destroyed an unknown. Is this not the goal? Is this not the goal, guys?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if anybody got any issues with my girl and her work and her masterpiece, they're gonna have to see my hands. That's it. She's going up on that list with Doman and Roki. I ain't gonna hold you. She gotta going up there because they be doing her dirty for no reason. They doing her dirty for nothing. All she doing is her job.
Yeah, but I did like seeing a lot more of her this episode. I haven't gotten bored with that. So I didn't think we would see a lot of her, but she's one of the. Wait, we haven't seen that other scientist in forever. But yeah,
which one?
The one that made Fishy Baby.
I forgot that she was in this.
Maybe she's dead. I don't know. But anyway, Ozawa. I like her. I think, yeah. I like the whole G3 crew. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
G3 crew.
Yeah. Also, that's funny you said that. It's funny because I don't ever be remembering the third dude. I keep forgetting his name. And he's like, yeah. Oh, so you have somebody in mind to operate G3? Obviously, it's me, right? And like the way they looked at him, it was like, all right, so we're gonna go to the other guy.
Yeah.
It's like, dang. Oh man, he's like the what's that? What's pickled radish dude's name?
Pickled radish, dude.
John.
Oh,
Was
Jean.
it
Yeah,
John?
yeah, 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 yeah.
He's the John of this group. That's who he is. Cause like, why is he here? Get this man out of here.
Yeah.
Contributed nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, she's. I like seeing more of her too.
Yeah.
What's her name? Rova.
Ozawa.
Ozawa. I like seeing more of her too. Like, I like her personality in this one. So
Yeah.
that's cool. It's cool. So yeah, she's gaining a lot of brownie points with me. So we'll see how this goes for the rest of the season. You know what I'm saying? Things could change.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. My dude just needs to chill out. That's it.
Yeah. Well, we end up the this week with episode 24, the flawless machine, Kanpeki machine. So we start out the episode with where the last episode left off, G3X attacking Agito until it passes out. So it keeps attacking. Agito kind of knocks the gun out of his hand, and then they start fighting hand to hand. And then suddenly G3X kind of collapses in a pile. And Agito was like, all right, I'm out then. Afterwards, Hikawa wakes up in the hospital and then explains that what happened, or he kind of explains what happened to him after putting on the suit to Ozawa, because she asked him to describe what happened so she can figure out what went wrong. So apparently it did start when Hojo aimed his weapon. Like, why would you aim a weapon at somebody you're supposed to be working with? A live weapon. This man, he's right back where he started.
He deserved it.
Yeah, he kind of deserved it. I don't know why so he starts explaining that to the Zawa, and then she's like, yeah, the AI must have taken over, and then Hikawa's desire to attack first it took over when it had the weapon pointed at it, and then it attacked, and then Hikawa wanted to fight the unknown, so that's why it went after the unknown. Anyway, Hojo shows up. He's got like a damaged arm and a cast, and he keeps giving the G3 team more grief, and he's trying to get them in even more trouble since he was attacked, because that's of course his MO. We have a brief jaunt over to Shoichi, where he's having dreams of this mysterious woman. And then afterwards, a mantis unknown, or a new unknown, starts attacking people. And then it makes people kind of teleport. It makes one lady teleport through the whole building and then fall on the first floor. Which, bad way to go.
Yeah.
In the background, G3X is being investigated, and Izawa is trying to figure out what happened to it. She goes to the professor to ask for his opinion, and then he ends up saying that he hates her again, but that machine is perfect. The only problem that she has, or the only mistake she made, was having Hikawa piloted, which was kind of harsh. And then she ends up at the meeting, the police meeting, with the rest of the head of the police, saying that the problem was with G3X, not Hikawa. So if they go with the V1, she would suggest them keep using Hikawa as the pilot, which of course pisses off Hojo. Meanwhile, Hikawa goes off from the hospital, tries to find Shoichi and convince him to pilot G3X. But as he's trying to convince him, he passes out and misses the police meeting. But an unknown ends up attacking. The alert goes to the police, and then we learn that Hikawa ends up taking Shoichi with them, and they both launched the G3X with Shoichi piloting. And that's kind of where the episode ends off out. Shoichi suits up in G3X, goes out, and then starts attacking the unknown.
Like a boss.
Yep. I thought it was a pretty good episode. We're still going with the G3X storyline. It's not. I thought maybe they'd figure it out by this episode. I'm kind of happy that they haven't. It shows it's a little bit more complicated, and we get a little bit more drama with Ozawa, even Hojo. But we get to see a little bit more of that in the background. And then I didn't think they would let Shoichi pilot it. So seeing him in the suit, I wonder what they're going to do, how that's going to play out. Yeah. But overall, I like the episode. What about you?
Yeah. I like the episode too. As far as Shoichi being in G3X, I feel like, I don't know what I thought when he did suit up. I was like, oh, this is going to be how they find out that he's Agito. I thought he was just gonna like transform in the suit, but I guess we might find that out next episode. I don't know, but
I thought it was gonna reject him or something.
Yeah, because like every time he always gets like a vision, he's like, whoa, and then he just like runs off. So we'll see how this goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad that Hojo is still catching flack and isn't able to win at all. And she was like, yeah. It was G3's fault, even though it wasn't G3's fault. G3 operated exactly how it was supposed to operate, and literally shows that it's a superior machine in creation. Because like you said, who points a live gun at somebody in a training setting?
Yeah.
Sorry. Who points a live gun at somebody in a training setting? Like, that doesn't make any type of sense. And if I was also in G3X, I'd be laying the paws on you too. But we digress. I'm glad to see Hojo is still catching flack. I think we see Rio a little bit, and like he randomly is just like waking up in a bed.
Oh,
and he has like the skin stuff going on again.
Yeah.
I don't know what's up with that, because like 2 episodes ago his skin was fine. So I don't know what's going on with that.
Maybe it takes time, and then he gets his power, or if he rests for a long time, he can get back. But yeah, he pops up. He's like, Agito, I'm gonna get you, and then that's all we see.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll find out what goes on with him. He just kind of randomly shows up and then disappears. I'm glad that Ozawa. Oh, God, I'm closer this time.
Yep.
I'm closer. I'm getting closer.
You're getting it.
Yeah, little by little. Ozawa. I'm glad Ozawa got some recognition, although dude said he still hates her. He's like, you're a genius. Gotta give you credit where credit's due.
Yeah.
So I'm glad. You know what I'm saying? Give my girl her props. Thank you. He said, your machine is perfect. Yeah, we all... I knew that from the beginning. I knew her creation was perfect. But I'm glad you finally see it. So, I mean... that always puts a smile on my face. I'm eager to see what she does moving forward. She's literally our D1 number 1 prospect moving forward in this draft, and yeah, I'm eager to see what happens in her career, and if she can bring this team out on top and get that championship and bring it home for us. Yeah.
Sure.
Back to you, Jolly.
But I think that closes us out for Kamen Rider for the week. I'm looking forward to seeing the next batch of episodes. I assume there's going to be even more fighting between those 3. So here for the drama, here for the action. I think they've done a good job of both balancing the drama and the action and making some of the drama more interesting. So I'm here for it. We'll see what they have next week. But I think that's it for this week. Thank you for joining us at Kyoudai Ai. If you liked it, we should be here same time, same place next week. So drop back on by and catch us. So as we leave, as always, we may not have much time. We may not have much money. But there is one thing we do have a lot of. And that is...
Hate for Hojo.
Yeah. It's getting there. See you next time.
That's really straight. Not a solid. I would have like if my guy turned around and said, "Hey, you're leaving," but I hate